Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It's Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, a quick video, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all. Now, I saw this in the news the other day, and I also had a couple people ask me to talk about it. I couldn't help but talk about this one. Now, most of the time, I would just let this go on, and I probably wouldn't record a video about it. You know, I'm not going to make this video long at all, but I do just want to get on here and talk about it and ask y'all opinions, right? This is DJ Hayden. A lot of y'all might have saw this story already that keep up with the NFL, or, you know, it went all over. It went CNN, it went all major news sites, articles, anything you could imagine. He was among 6 people killed in a Houston car crash over the weekend, Saturday, November 11th, 2023. So we will quickly go through this article, okay? It says, former defensive back and first-round NFL draft pick DJ Hayden, 33, was among 6 people killed early Saturday morning after a car ran a red light and struck another vehicle in Houston. The University of Houston confirmed in a statement to CNN that along with Hayden, former Cougar players such as Zachary McMillan and Ralph Orgu also died in the crash.
Staying on top of a big breaking news story going on right now. 6 people have died in a crash that happened in downtown Houston.
Police say a driver ran a red light while speeding, leading to the catastrophic crash that happened at Fannin and Pierce. That's just east of 45. ABC 13's Nick Notario is live there now from the scene. And Nick, the video you showed us earlier, absolutely awful.
Yeah, it's horrific, doesn't even justify what we have seen out here, some of the images on scene. And since I last saw you a half hour ago, I was able to talk to a witness, a man who was out here sleeping on the streets, when he says suddenly it sounded like a freight train collided into a vehicle. It was so loud, it woke him from his sleep. And when he walked over to the scene here, he couldn't believe what he saw. Here's what we know. Officers say about 4 hours ago, there was a collision here at this intersection involving one vehicle that was running at a high rate of speed. 4 people were dead here at the scene. 4 others were transported to the hospital. 2 died at the hospital. Another woman right now this morning is fighting for her life in critical condition. Officers are here at the scene trying to figure out more about exactly what happened. They have equipment here on scene as they piece this all together, but they spoke to us not too long ago to give us an update on exactly how they believe the crash occurred.
The Chrysler 300 was southbound on Fannin, and the SUV was eastbound on Pierce. The eastbound vehicle on Pierce had the right-of-way, had a stale green light, and the other vehicle ran a red light, appears to be going very fast, high velocity.
And family and friends can...
The Las Vegas Raiders, one of Hayden's former teams, also confirmed Hayden's death in a statement on Twitter. For y'all that don't know, him and the other 2 players that died, they all went to the University of Houston together. I don't think the other 2 players made it to the NFL, but they were all together in the same car. Now, the biggest thing to notice from this article, and I want to ask y'all, what do y'all think about it? He was 33 years old, and 6 people were killed early morning on Saturday, very early morning. This happened at 2 a.m. Says Houston police officers responded to a major crash near Fannin and Pierce Streets around 2 a.m. I want to know what y'all think here. Says the 6 victims were 5 men and 1 woman, and 4 of the victims were pronounced dead at the scene. A black Acura SUV was driving southbound on Fannin Street and during a green light was going through the intersection at Pierce Street when a black Chrysler 300 traveling at a high rate of speed ran a red light and struck the Acura. The impact caused multiple persons in the vehicles to be ejected. Police said 3 people in the Acura may have been ejected, 2 of whom died at the scene, according to the release. A 3rd victim, who was fatally struck when a Chrysler left the roadway and went onto the sidewalk, was believed to be homeless. The 4th victim who died at the scene was driver of the at-fault Chrysler, which was a female. It was a female driving the Chrysler. It was a Chrysler 300. Police are not sure who was driving the Acura, which will be determined later in the investigation. Hayden was among those in the Acura, according to the Houston Chronicle. During the news briefing, Howard said 4 others were transported to the hospital, 2 of whom later died. A woman was in serious condition with life-threatening injuries. He was drafted in the 1st round by the Oakland Raiders during the 2013 NFL Draft. So for those that don't know, if you're drafted in the 1st round, you are a very talented football player. He would go on to play for 8 seasons, also spending time with the Jacksonville Jaguars, Washington Commanders and Detroit Lions. And yeah, I just want to know what y'all think about this, man. Like, is the NFL sacrificing their players? This is something, we can't help but notice because he died. The crash happened at 2 a.m. Saturday morning. So, technically Friday night, Saturday morning, however y'all want to put it. 2 a.m. Right at the, zone of the witching hours. He just happened to be 33 years old and 6 people died in the crash. Now, this is not to take away from death and from, families that are going to be dealing with, their loved ones being dead. But I can't help but think this is crazy. I'm not saying it didn't happen because y'all saw the news clip. It happened. But is there something a little bit more sinister behind this? Because his last season in the NFL was just 2 years ago. But it's very odd that he was 33 years old. Now, I would say the most odd things with a lot of these NFL deaths and deaths that happen in the sports entertainment world, if you notice, a lot of them happen and they have something to do with cars. They have something to do with motorcycle accidents. The guy, Alex Collins, he recently passed on a motorcycle accident. He was also in the NFL. Y'all remember back when the quarterback for the Washington Redskins died on the highway. I think his story was like he got out of his car or something like that to try to fix a flat, or his tire was flat and he ended up getting hit trying to run across the highway or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I may have to pull the article up to remember exactly how he died. But remember, his name was Dwayne Haskins. That was not too long ago. It might have been just over a year. All very deaths that raised red flags. And remember the guy also, I think he played for the Raiders as well. Remember, he was drunk driving, going 130 miles per hour. He killed someone. I think his name was Henry Ruggs. He played for Alabama. And he also played for the Raiders. And he killed someone driving. I guess he was drunk. He was going over 120 miles per hour. That one is kind of fishy to me too. I won't say it's fishy. I mean, it happened. But, all of this stuff seems to happen on the highway, some kind of crash. I think the one that was the most suspicious that was not a crash or anything like that was this guy's death, Ryan Mallet. He just died over the summer. Y'all remember, this dude is 6'8". He was a starting quarterback in the NFL. This dude drowned. They said he drowned. How? And they said in the area that he drowned in, I think, what was it? Was it in Destin, Florida? Basically, look. They said authorities have been warning beachgoers that the rip currents claimed at least 11 lives in 2 weeks along the Gulf Coast. But guess what? In his death, in Destin, there were no rip currents present in the area when they responded to Ryan Mallet. Ryan's death seems to be just a tragic accident and not something to do with the conditions of the surf or tides or currents. And he was swimming with his girlfriend because his girlfriend was saying that, she badly misses him and she wished she could have saved him. But if he didn't die from currents and stuff and riptides that had previously claimed 11 lives, how did this 6'7" highly trained NFL athlete drown out of nowhere? You telling me he couldn't swim? They said it might have been from heat exhaustion. So and he just died over the summer, just like I said. His was, very just kind of, I don't know, it raised a lot of red flags. It's really sketchy on how they say he died. But I can't get over how a lot of other NFL deaths happened on the highway. It even takes me back to that video I did a long time ago, The Initiated, with Ben Simmons and him sacrificing his cousin for going number 1. Remember, his cousin got hit by a car. He was walking across the street. A black SUV hit him and sped off. It seems like, to me, man, they sacrificing and they set these deaths up a little bit different than like the rap industry where they all get murdered and killed, you know, by like the way that they lived in their music. But these sports entertainment deaths, they be set up a little bit different. They're on the highway, they're getting hit by cars, they're in accidents, they're in motorcycle accidents. It all seems very questionable to say the least, you know? But yeah, y'all, man, I just want y'all to give me y'all comments, man. Let me know what y'all think. You know, I thought this would be a cool, quick video to do. I kind of want to start doing a lot more shorter videos just to, like, tackle topics, you know, like everything doesn't have to be 35, 40-minute long videos, you know, just to get more conversation out there, get the content out, you know, because I think that's what counts at the end of the day is just kind of covering the spectrum. But anyways, man, once again, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hope y'all enjoyed that video. Anything else y'all got for me, be sure to let me know. So with that being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon.